Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing today? I am going to just show you guys some of the stuff I have over here right quick before I can put it away. I look rough. I look tired because I am. Um, Let me show you guys what I got. I got the Fat Quarter Shop box, the subscription, but I also got the Spooky box, and I've never gotten that before. So I'm pretty excited. I have been loving these boxes. Um, Let me get this open. How you guys doing today? It's Sunday, and let me see. I'll get my chat up over here so I can see if anybody comes in here. But I'm going to keep on moving. So the reason why I love these boxes is because they have a lot of little quick little projects you can do, but you can also add it to current project or future projects. So I need to cover up these QR code, but they always give you a little discount right there. I need to use it. I've gotten tons of those boxes and I haven't used one of them yet. Um, and they always give you this layout right here with all the things that you're going to get in the box. Ooh, this is nice. I've been wanting to do some paper piecing. I'm doing the EPP, but this foundation paper piecing, I've been wanting to do this one, and this is a 5-inch jelly braid paper right here. Oh, let me turn these lights off. It's too bright. This one right here. And then they're giving you a roll, a jelly roll right here. And that's really pretty. That's what I really want to get into, is doing quilts that have red and white quilts or blue and white quilts, you know? So I think those are really pretty. And then they're giving you one of these seam rippers. Ooh, it's cute and pink. Look at that. And then they're giving you, oh, I wanted one of these quilt project books. You can't see that. I just got a notebook and I was just putting my stuff in there. But then I saw, I think it was Kimberly at Fat Quarter Shop, where it might have been Lori Holt might have done it too. But it looks like this. And the pages inside, there's my project list, and it's there and it's numbered like that. Where's everybody at tonight? And then it looks like they also number the pages right here. So you can put the project, the fabric, the designer, the pattern, quilted by, the size, start and end date, and when you're done. So, ooh, I'm happy to have this. This is so good. And it says Fat Quarter Shop on there. And then you also get a pattern. This pattern right here. And these ones are really simple. I haven't done anything, but just by the instructions, they're very beginner friendly, of course. And then this is another Dutch braid table runner right there. So that's totally going to be beautiful with this fabric. Look at that. So that's pretty cool. Oh, okay. So I guess you're supposed to use that 5-inch finished jelly braid paper right here to make this right here. Use it with that. Okay. So that's what came this month in the Fat Quarter Shop box. So 2 patterns, a paper roll, a jelly roll, a seam ripper, and a project book. And let's see. So this guy right here, the quilt project book, the value is $13.98. So if you go on their website, you can see any of those. The seam ripper is $5.48. The jelly roll would be $26.98. Okay, the Dutch braid table runner pattern would be $9.98. And the paper roll would be $16.98. And the flower pattern would be $4.98. So they give you usually about a $80 to $100 value for, I don't know, I think it's like 30 bucks, 39 bucks or something like that. So it's a win-win. And I look forward to always getting a little cute box in the mail, you know, with cute little fab projects, something I can just throw in my suitcase and take with. Now, the other one is the spooky box. And like I said, I've never gotten one of these before. So you guys know I've only been quilting for about 2 years now. So when I saw that they were having this one, I was like, I am definitely getting in on that. They got a 15% off Halloween yardage, and they give you a little QR code. I can't show it to you right there for that. So that's, I'm going to have to remember to use these because I order from Fat Quarter Shop every single month. And yeah, I order from them every single month. I've got all these boxes, but I never use my coupon. Yeah. Then they give you one of these cute sprayer bottles with the little cats and moons and stuff like that. And you guys know I am sorry about the rattle, a Kuromi crazy person. So it looks like that, guys. And of course, I have the Kuromi one. And speaking of Kuromi, my daughter sent me a Kuromi gift. I'm going to stop this box right quick because I got to show it to you guys. Look at this. So my whole sewing room upstairs is Kuromi, right? And the other room that I have upstairs is my scrapbooking room. And that's all Marilyn Monroe. And then down here is I took the former living room and dining room, and this is my quilting room. And I haven't decided what theme. I think I'm going to do Holly Hobby because I got a quilt and a plate and a lunchbox and stuff like that. So I think that's where I'm going with this area. Isn't that cute? She is so sweet. She's like, Mom, I saw it, and I was like, I have got to get that for my mom. So, all right, let's get back to this spooky box right quick. If you guys haven't gotten this, I mean, you really should, because the quality Fat Quarter Shop, they have, you know, the best fabrics and the best product, and it's normally all in stock, you know, and I love that. Okay, so this is a spooky mug mat, and it's a quilt as you go kit. I haven't done that. Have any of you guys done any of the quilt as you go? Look at that. Can you guys see that? No, because of the glare, right? Hi, Glitz, Glamour, and Bold. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? Okay, I'm going to give it to you like this. So it looks like that. I am really looking forward to doing this one. You know, with the Luminaire, you can outline your stitches and make mug rugs. You don't really have to buy them. And of course, I have hundreds and hundreds, well, no, thousands upon thousands of designs. So I can make my own mug rug. But you know, sometimes you're not in the mood. Sometimes you just want to do the thing and you don't want to create out of your own brain. So it's kind of nice if you can just take some of the designs that from Designs by Juju and stuff like that and just make things, you know. So that's why I love Kimberbell, and sometimes we just need that instant gratification. I guess when I retire here soon, I can do that, but not until then. I'm tired, y'all. Okay, they got these cute little scissors. Look at those web scissors. That is so cute. Let's see if they're worth their snip or not. Isn't that Kuromi so cute, y'all? I'm going to be doing that up on the rooftop with Power Tools with Thread, Becky. This one right here, it's free on Fat Quarter Shop. So I got it printed off here. I'm going to start doing that one, but I'm going to cut this paper just to see if these scissors are sharp. Oh, yes. They are very sharp, actually. Okay, get some of these, y'all. Those are cute as all get up. So that's in my box. Isn't it nice just to get a little something, something for yourself? You know, I'm always on Amazon ordering for my business, ordering for my home. So it's kind of nice when you get something, you know. This guy right here is $9.98. The mug rug, spooky mug rug, Quilt As You Go. That kit goes for $8.48. And then, oh my goodness, pumpkin sitting. This is the free pattern you get right here. That is so cute. I love that. It makes a 44.5 by 48.5. But of course, you can continue to put as many pumpkins as you want on your, and make it as big as you want. And that is $9.98. And then they give you this little charm, which y'all know I love charms. I love putting them on my bags. Okay, let me see who says what? I have to get the mug rug kit and have her make it for me. Who? Oh, my grandma. Oh, yeah, I love Halloween. You know, I used to be a Jehovah's Witness, and we didn't celebrate any of the holidays. And so I had a really good friend. I'm going to show you guys this fabric kit. A really good friend commit suicide, and we drove back to Nebraska. And the sad thing was, he had called and tried to reach me and my husband before he committed suicide. And he called us, like, I don't know, over and over and over again, we'll just say. But we were on vacation. And when we went to his funeral, we drove. And when we were heading back, I was, of course, just crying and very upset. His name was Praveen. And I said to my husband, you know what? I just want to celebrate everything in life, you know? And that's what I think, you know, you can get into the weeds about, oh, this is this and this is that, and Halloween is scary and it's a devil holiday and all of this kind of stuff. But you can also bring happiness into it. You don't have to do jack-o'-lanterns. You can just do pumpkin and think of autumn, you know, coming in, and you know, and all the things that flavors and stuff that you're going to get, the pumpkin pie and a flavored coffee and all of the things, you know, that Starbucks always have that's limited and at certain times, you know. So anyways, this guy right here is $34.98. Okay, 1 second. Ooh, this guy is hard to get off. Okay, this is what these guys look like right here. And this is really cute. I love that. Look how many they give you too. I love this one too. I'm doing with Stitch Obsessed. She is teaching a, well, she's having a quilt along. I shouldn't say she's teaching. She's having a quilt along. And I am doing that. I'm going to be cutting out both of, look at this one. Okay, y'all, you know that's cute. You know that is so adorable. I'm gonna have to order some more of that. And it's Happy Ghosts. Okay, so I don't even know what this box was. I want to say it was like $49. And if you consider this fabric right here is basically $34.98, $35, you know, just for all of these back orders. It's a good deal. At least I think it is. So yeah, that's a good deal. I love it. Okay, so the cottage twirl, her pattern is free, you guys, and this is what it looks like right here, and it's by Stitch Obsessed, Miriam. Can you guys see that? Okay, and so this is the quote. Me and Sabrina are going to be doing this quote along with her. They've already started. They started like 2 weeks ago. But you guys know I was in Ecuador and I had printed it out. I had all intentions of doing it, but we started doing this, that, and the other, and I just didn't get a chance to do it. I did do some quilting, but I just didn't start on this one, which is fine because it's a simple one. It's not going to take me long, but I'm going to cut out the fabric for this tonight, and I'm going to cut out the fabric for Up on the Rooftop, which again is free on Fat Quarter Shop. And let me show you guys. Look at this. This is what the quilt looks like. That is adorable. That is so adorable. So that's all I want to show you guys. Oh, wait, I got to show you this one other thing that I got. So Power Tools with Thread. You know, when you watch all the quilt stuff or anything, next thing you know, you are out there buying everything, you know, but I like having all the things. This, you know, I got all the purple. I got all the purple that goes with the Yazzie bags. Well, this one actually fit our trays inside of them. And she made this, what is her name? Yazzie. It's something, her name is, these are Yazzie bags, but it's like a play on her name, her company. And so when Becky and her, I guess they have a relationship. So Becky asked her to make these bags, these Yazzie bags, for the trays can fit inside of them. And then we can just stack the trays in them. And so that's why I got the bag. So let me show you guys. It looks like this. It looks like that. But it is very big. I have like, I don't even know how many bags I have of hers. I just love them. Oh, it is. Oh, and it has bags inside of it. So it comes with like little project bags and stuff like that. And I love that they put double zips on the bags. And they're just great quality. And the other reason why I went to the booth when I went to the Houston Quilt Show, and I was in her booth for a long time, for maybe like a whole hour or two. Oh, there were 2 bags inside of there. And she actually sends her employees and their children. Oh, there's another bag inside of that one. Her employees and their children to school. If they want to go back to school or if they have children that need to go to college or school, she pays for that 100%. So that's a beautiful cause, and that's in India. So this is those ones. I wish you could see the quality of the material, honestly. And she did tell me that she sources from really good manufacturers, so you don't have to like worry about the dye bleeding or any of that. Okay, oh my good Lord, oh Lord. Another bag was inside of that with a zipper, a fourth bag. Wow. This bag was like, I want to say it was $69, $79 or something like that. But I want you to see the depth of the bag, how big it is, how deep it is. The camera's probably not showing it, how deep it is, but I'll be able to get quite a few trays in here. And the reason for the trays is like, I'm doing the vintage Christmas quilt over there, and that one has, I don't even know how many panels that one has. So, but when you're doing multiple panels, multiple, I don't even know what the word I'm trying to use. You guys know what I'm saying. You do them in different ones. So you want to stay organized. Let me show you what I mean. Like this project bag right here, you see, this is the vintage Christmas. So that's one of my, and this would be another one, you know. So you want to keep them all separate. This would be another one like that. So if you have them on trays and you've got them all cut up, then you can just, the trays are stackable. And so then we're able to just put the trays in there and go. And I have a couple of sewing machines now, an embroidery machine and a sewing machine at the Ecuador house. And I could just take this tray, this bag right here. It's got a nice handle on it. Stack my trays in there and go. That is so cool. Or if you were going to a retreat, which I am going to be going to one next month, actually. Oh my God, I better get the information. The girl that, or the woman that I go with, she has cancer. I saw her at the quilt store a couple weeks back, and she said she had cancer. I was asking her about the retreat. And so she's like, yeah, I should be done with all of my chemo by then and all of this stuff. So actually, I need to give her a call tomorrow. But anyways, this is what the quilt project caddy looks like. And again, I want to say it is $69 or $79. And this is the name right here, Yazzie. Can you guys see that? Okay, yes. And I was so happy because they only made these bags in 2 colors. And God, it's so big. It is so big. I feel like I have a briefcase. They only made these in 2 colors. And I want to say it is red and green. And Becky got her bag and she was like, they only made them in 2 colors. And she was showing hers. And maybe it's sage, green and purple. I don't know. It's another color in purple. So she said they only made it in 2 colors. And I was like, oh my God, please tell me that the other color is purple or I will not buy it. I will not buy it. And sure enough, she said, and purple. I was like, yes. So purple must be a very popular color. So I have my, how do you say this? Tudo? Tutto. Is it Tuto? I don't know the name of this, the trolley company were those, but my trolley roller and my trolley bag and all of my Tuto bag and stuff like that, they're all in the dark purple as well. This one right here. So I just like to do, I like all my stuff to be coordinated like that. I'm corny like that, I guess. I think a lot of ladies are like that though. Yeah. I like my clothes to be leopard. Yeah, I told you guys about my wagon in the car, and my husband was like, I'm gonna get you that wagon that you wanted. And I was like, okay. And he showed, and I was like, no, I have to have the purple one. And he was like, Lisa, really? I was like, yeah. And he was like, but the black one is cheaper. And I was like, well, if you're not gonna get me the purple one, don't buy it at all. And he was like, you want me to pay more just for you could have purple? Yes. Yes, I do. How I'm gonna have all my stuff purple in a black trolley when I could have gotten the purple one? Make it make sense. Anyways, did you just love this? Isn't this so cute? Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys my childish obsession with Kuromi. Okay, so when I was a little girl, a young girl, in junior high school, all the little preppy kids would go to the Serrano store and they'd get all the Hello Kitty stuff, all the pencils and the notepads and all of this stuff like that. Well, we couldn't afford that. At that time, there was like, my dad had like 7 kids, and I would just stare at their little, Hello Kitty pencils and all of this kind of stuff. And they're like, oh, I wish I could get it. So now that I'm a big girl, remember, never let your inner child go dormant. Always satisfy that. We do not have to grow up. Growing up is boring and it's no fun. So anyways, so now that I can afford to buy my stuff, I get my stuff. I have the headrest, I have blankets, I have beach towels. Willie and my good friend Allison have gotten me Kuromi blankets that are personalized with my name on it. I've got all the tumblers, and I told you guys the whole room upstairs has all Kuromi everything. So this thing is hard to come out. So I'll have to call my daughter and tell her I absolutely love this. But isn't that just, and it's big too. So, oh my God, the skirt is fabric. I showed you guys their little underbreeches. Anyways, I just think it's so cute. I love it. And when I was traveling, let me show you guys something. Hold on a minute. I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put it. I might have put it over here because I said I was. Oh, here it is. Look at this. I know you guys are going to be like, this girl is straight up cray cray, right? You ready? Isn't that crazy? This thing was, they had a Serrano store in the airport in Ecuador. And we had a layover for like 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours, because they kept changing it because there was some bad weather. And so, while I was walking past the stores, just kind of wasting time and everything like that. And I saw it, and it was in the display cabinet, and the people were like, those are mystery boxes. And I was like, well, I don't want to buy one of those boxes and get Hello Kitty because I don't collect Hello Kitty. I could have gave it to my daughter because she does collect Hello Kitty. And I was like, I just want this one. And they were like, it's $34 then. And I was like, here, take it. I have to have that one. But it's a fur. It's so cute. And so, of course, I clipped it on my thing and put it on my bag, and it was so cute. What are those? What do they call those things? My daughter told me earlier, and she's like, "Oh, mom, that's one of those clumps or glumps. Anybody know what I'm talking about?" But it was $550. One of them was like five. I guess they're going to become collectibles or whatever, But people, they'll clamp them to their Louis Vuittons or whatever. This was on my book bag, you guys, and it was only $30. I paid like $35 or something like that. But I don't know. I loved it. So my husband was so funny because he was like, I told him I just did something so crazy. I bought a little stuffed animal, a Kuromi one. It was $35. And he was like, good for you. He's so sweet. Anyways, I am still waiting for my husband to get back. You guys know I got back on, when did I get back? I got back on Tuesday night. Yeah, I got back Tuesday night, and my husband's coming home next week. And so he'll put together my quilting machine and all of that stuff. So I look forward to learning the new machine and doing all the quilting and stuff like that on that. But now I got to go and put all that stuff away. I did a really good job today because I was tired, just so wore down, but I still was able to clean up the whole front part of the house right there because I don't want him to come home to a messy house, honey, because I came home and my son Cameron was the only one here, and there was dishes in the sink and dirty bathrooms and just the whole 9 yards. So I ripped sheets off the bed and washed sheets and everything today. So I don't know where I got my energy to do all that I did today, but now I got to clean up in this part and the master bedroom, and then I'll head upstairs. So I'm glad I'm off tomorrow. So that's a blessing. But yeah, those are my two projects I'm going to be working on. What are you guys working on? Hello, talk to me here. Cynthia, what are you working on? So appropriate for you. Yeah, right. You're right. I'm goofy and loud, and so is Karomi. So, um, Glitz, Glamour, and Bold, what are you up to? Why don't you get into quilting? I You do all that cookie making. I think you would be amazing at quilting. You're very creative. So you should do that, my love. There's another lady, um, Sean, I forget what her name is. But I was watching Shay Shay earlier. She was on a live, and um, she was doing I don't know, let me show you guys. I don't know if you saw or if I showed you guys. I think I did when I did these guys right here, when I made that. And they had, that's designs by Juju. And so I'm going to do um, the one that has the pumpkin. That's the one I'm going to do also. So I've got a lot of stuff to do. So I better get my little ugly self off of here and get myself to doing and put all this stuff away. The worst part about going on a trip is when you come home, you got to unpack, you got to wash the clothes, and you got to put all your products back. I just absolutely hate that part of it. That's why I want to get my I left clothes there the first time I went. I left clothes there this time. I literally bought back empty suitcases. Let me tell you guys what happened. That way I won't have to take stuff. I can just literally grab my backpack and just walk out the door and fly over there, and everything is all set up. But I had bought four new luggages, two for Logan and two for me, because we could take two apiece. And of course, I bought beautiful purple and just absolutely loved them when I saw it because it's the same deep purple. And I flew over there and everything was fine. But when I was flying back, my suitcases were empty. And Logan's just had our carry-ons. I was like, let's not even carry anything. Just throw them in your suitcase. And so the people were like, oh, no, you only get 2 bags. You'll have to pay $100 for each of these bags, $200. And I was like, no, I get 4 bags. And there's a language barrier there, my broken Spanish and their broken English, and they called the manager over and he's like, no, you don't get it. And I was like, sir, I'm telling you, how did I fly here with these bags and I didn't pay? And he's like, well, we don't know if you paid or not. And da da da. I was like, it would show, it would be in the computer. And anyway, so I just said, you know what, fine, just keep my bags. And I just walked away and just let him keep my luggage, And of course, they checked the 2 bags that were Logan's bags that had our carry-on stuff in it. But I was like really upset. And I said, you know what? Don't waste your time being upset at situations. Just let it go. Well, I called my husband. He was like, that's not right. You should have fought for that, honey. They were in the wrong. Now they got your brand new luggage. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to lose my peace over it. I'm not. I'm going to go over here and get me some snacks and I'm going to just sit my little self down and just let it go. And that's what I did. So the guy came and got me and he was like, you cannot leave this luggage here. And I was like, oh, okay. What do you want me to do with it? He was like, take it over there, So anyways, I took it over there and the one lady was like, you don't want these? And I was like, no. She was like, oh, thank you so much. So it benefited somebody. But anyways, I've got to go buy me some new purple luggage. It is what it is, So I wasn't going to pay $200 for 2 empty suitcases. That just didn't make any sense whatsoever. So anyways, God bless you guys. And I'm going to go quilt. Well, actually, I'm just going to go cut my stuff. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining me. Oh, wait, let me see what Cynthia is saying here. You're working on a diamond painting. The size of hold on me, it brings me joy. Yes, doing a huge canvas. Okay. Okay, 200 colors. 200 colors? Whoa. Okay, so where I'm at in my diamond art world, I know what you're saying about things pulling you. Quilting is pulling me right now, but I think I'm getting my diamond art bug back. And I know when you can feel it coming because it starts to consume your thoughts. And so I actually am going to go do the one that I kitted up for last year, Ticket to Ride. I kitted it up and I never participated. I didn't put one diamond on the canvas. So I'm going to actually do some of that because diamond painting is so relaxing to me. It's very relaxing. Quilting is fun because it's like taking a puzzle that's together, that's the fabric that's together, breaking it all up and then putting it all back together, and it's something totally different, And so it can be a little nerve-wracking, especially if your points don't line up and this, that, and the other can be a little, you don't get that with diamond painting. It's just, this is beautiful, So, yeah, and sometimes I need that downtime. So, yeah, I'm definitely getting the bug again. My husband actually asked me to bring his, and we were going to do some diamond painting, but we just didn't have time to do it. He was doing a bunch of home projects. We had a lot of contractors in and out of the house. And we actually, this guy, this designer is designing a gate for me right now. And my husband was like, are you sure you want that one? And it's more expensive. And I said, let me transfer this money right now. That's the one I want. And that's how I'm going to live my life. I'm going to get what I want. So but he was doing a lot of home projects, and he was having security cameras put in, new back doors put in, the security gate, just all the things. He was all over the house, the lighting for the whole backyard and stuff. So that's what he did. So he didn't have any time to diamond paint. And then we did a bunch of activities in the evening with other expats. And so I was only there total 6 days, because it took 2 days to get there and 2 days to get back, because I had to spend the night for 24 hours at the hotel because my flight didn't leave out. So I lost 4 days, but it was all good because I was at a beautiful hotel. I mean, it was a beautiful hotel, and they had steam saunas and all the things. So it was fine. It was fine. But I am happy to be home. Just all my things that are familiar to me, traveling these days can be very tiresome, but I travel very well and I enjoy my journey, whether it's shopping at the Brighton store in the airport or just getting a nice hot drink and just people watching. So it was all good, but I'm just happy to be home. And my clients, I mean, I had, I came back and I have never had this many clients. I had 17 clients show up for one day. So when I got there, I had to hit the ground running. Not only did I have 17 clients, but then I had 3 walk-ins. And I was glad that I had like 10 of them were like 30-minute appointments. You know what I'm saying? So if I was doing Botox on this person, I could put a person in the room A and a person in room B, over there, and then I could give a B12 shot and just all these things. But I was ripping and rolling. It felt like I was there for like 45 minutes because I was so busy. But yeah, um, it was my highest earning day ever. And I said, are people just all coming in on this one day to make sure that I'm making it back to America? Because all my clients, they don't want me to shut my business down. So I just thought that was pretty cool. Let me see. Welcome back. Thank you, sweet baby. Thank you. What you said, what do you mean? That's love? So I'll tell you about love real quickly, and then I will shut up and let you guys go. So I am not a lot of people think that I'm cold, like I don't cry. You guys have seen me cry. When my sister died 3 years ago, I was boohooing on this thing. And then my second sister died, then my third sister died. So I do cry, but it takes quite a bit. I have to be like overwhelmed, to really cry. So my daughter, she thinks I'm real cold. But anyways, let's move on. So when I was leaving, the day before I was leaving, I thought I was leaving on Tuesday, and I got a message on Sunday that says, confirm your flight for tomorrow. I'm like, Monday? So I look and I was like, oh my God, Willie, I'm actually leaving tomorrow. And he was like, no. And I was like, yes, I'm leaving tomorrow. So I started packing up and washing and doing all the things, and went to bed. Got put my luggage in a car. He called the car for me. And when my husband gets nervous, he always pats his legs, like this. And he kept saying the day before, oh, you're leaving, Petrie. Oh, you're leaving. So when I turned around and saw him patting his legs, I knew he was nervous or he was uncomfortable with me leaving. And when the driver was driving off, I waved bye to him, and just the look. He looked like a kid being left at school. I am not even joking. And it just overwhelmed my heart. And the next thing I know, a little hot tear came out of my eye. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I crying, you know? And so when I got to the airport and well, when I got to Quito, when we flew out of Manta, got to Quito, I called him and he was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, honey, I was so sad. I actually started crying. And he held the phone for a second and he goes, me too. I was crying. I came inside and I sat down and I just started crying. I said, oh my God, we are getting old and corny. So, anyways, I thought that was a cute little story that you guys might enjoy. But yeah, I cried. But, anyways, he'll be home soon. So, it's no big deal, right? Yeah, my clients, they are so funny, you know. They do not want me to close my shop down, like I said earlier. And so I think they were just all coming in to check to make sure that I am not thinking about leaving. And my one client came in and she looked in my face and she goes, so you're not leaving, right? You're not leaving, right? I'm like, girl, would you quit, you know? So I appreciate them. And then the next day, it was extremely busy, the same, but I only had like 12 patients, which is still a lot. I like to see like 7 people, you know, in a day's time. But yeah, so I took care of all my patients. I came home and I've been really, really tired. And so I've been wanting to do this video because these boxes have been sitting here since Tuesday. And I was just too tired. I keep getting these things from Manta. Everybody's going out and doing stuff tonight together. So sounds like a scene from a movie. The Holiday. Oh, I'll have to look that one up. Is that a Hallmark movie? Anyways, well, I hope you guys have a good night and just love on the people that you have in your lives. You know, we do not know how long we're going to be here for them to enjoy us and vice versa, you know. So, um, yeah, be blessed. Bye bye, guys. No, it's not a Hallmark movie. I'll look it up. Is it on Netflix or where? Where would I find that? Because you know I don't watch television, so I don't have anything. When you turn that television on in the master bedroom, all you get is a big blue screen. So I don't know um, where I would find movies. If it's not on YouTube, I don't watch it. So I didn't grow up really watching television. So at my dad's house, we weren't really allowed. So I don't know about TV. Where would I find that movie? Anybody know? She said it's called The Holiday. I'll look it up, Miss Gant. She says, not sure. It's a mom and a daughter, old romance with. Okay, I'll look it up. Bye bye, my love. You guys be blessed.